Okay, so the next huge thing was instant photography. That was invented by Edwin Herbert Land. He was an American inventor and physicist. You ever heard of the Land camera? Does that ring a bell?
No.
It did to me. But he was already known for pioneering the use of light-sensitive polymers in eyeglasses, and he invented the polarized lenses. In 1948, he unveiled his first instant film camera, which was called the Land Camera 95, and over the next decades...
Wait, what year? 95?
No, that was the Land Camera 95. That was in 1948.
Oh, I see.
But over the next
you inventing
decades,
more dates.
Yep.
Yeah, he formed a company called Polaroid.
I never heard of it.
And they would refine black and white film and cameras that were fast, cheap, and remarkably sophisticated. He introduced color film in 1963, created the iconic SX70 folding camera in 1972. And I don't know if you remember that one or if you've ever seen pictures, but it was the Instamatic that you could actually sort of collapse on itself.
Fold down, yeah.
A lot of people, I like old things. Like people who do like records, I get it. Like I personally prefer the remastered clear stuff, but I understand the charm of the records and all that stuff. I will never understand Polaroid fans.
Well, actually, records are more clear than MP3s.
Maybe now. But
because MP3s are compressed.
A lot of people like the old records with the crackling. There's some kind of charm about it.
It's not necessarily the crackling. It's just the quality is so good. Anyway, that's not right.
I don't understand Polaroids though.
Okay.
And yet, I'll finish this real quick. But other film manufacturers, Kodak, Fuji, also introduced their own versions of instant film in the 70s and 80s. But Polaroid remained the dominant brand until the advent of the digital photography in the 1990s, and then it began to decline. They actually filed bankruptcy in 2001. However, 2017, a company that has rebranded itself as Polaroid Originals has come back using their instant film formats because there is
there's a fan base.
There's something for it, and I remember growing up when we would take our family trips. We always had the stupid instant cameras, and we'd always have those things spitting out. It's like, oh god,
shake it around a little bit.
You had to shake the thing,
which, by the way, is completely false.
Didn't we see somebody with one of those recently?
Probably. But
that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, the shaking thing is complete nonsense. But now, don't get me wrong, though. When I said I'll never understand it, if it's a hobby that people enjoy, good for you. If you do something that you like, go for it.
The biggest problem I had
just don't get it.
Is I don't know, maybe my dad kept film too long, but the colors were always off. It was never clear and crisp.
Probably because you were shaking like a madman.
And anything is possible. I don't know. I was never impressed with the quality of them all in all.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are now a thing again. And then just quickly, where we come now is the digital cameras. The roots of digital photography, which obviously revolutionized the industry, began with the development of the first charged couple device at Bell Labs in 1969. The CCD, which is the charged couple device, converts lights to an electronic signal and remains at the heart of digital devices today. So what they discovered then, they basically have just been perfecting, but it's the same.
Yeah, just improving it, making it smaller and all that.
In 1975, engineers at Kodak developed the very first camera creating a digital image. It used a cassette recorder to store data, and it took more than 20 seconds to capture a photo. It weighed 8 pounds. It was able to record a black and white photo at a resolution of 0.01 megapixels.
Ooh, get it.
Now, do you guys know what a megapixel is?
Yeah.
That's 1,000,000 pixels.
Yeah.
So we're talking this was 10,000 pixels.
Yeah.
0.01.
And now the DSLRs are like 60-something.
Everyone looks like an 8-bit video game.
Yeah.
By the mid-1980s, several companies were at work on digital cameras. One of the first to show a viable prototype was Canon, which demonstrated a digital camera in 1984, but it was never manufactured or sold commercially. The first one in the United States that was sold was the Dicam Model 1, and it appeared in 1990, sold for $600.
That thing's probably got to be worth some money.
The first digital SLR, which was a Nikon F3 body attached to a separate storage unit made by Kodak, appeared the following year. By 2004, digital cameras were outselling film cameras, and obviously they are now the dominant way to go. Just a couple little fun facts here, and this goes to the fact that digital photography has made things a little bit quicker, easier, more affordable for everybody. Every 2 minutes, we take more pictures than all humankind did in the entire 1800s. Every 2 minutes. As of the date that I had looked this up, more than 40 billion, with a B, photos have been shared on Instagram.
Billions of photos.
And one last historical thing. Leonardo da Vinci accurately described the physics that make photography possible more than 300 years before the process was actually invented.
That
crazy.
dude was unbelievable.
He was brilliant. Why have we not done something on Leonardo?
Oh, I did. And Don's going, oh, wait, did he really?
I remember that.
Oh, I thought you were thinking about that's a good idea, and then your dreams got shattered because I did it.
No, you handed us all those little diagrams to look at with the stuff he invented.
The stuff.
The stuff.
All the stuff.
All that stuff.
Yeah, no. Man, if you ever want to just be blown away, read an article about Da Vinci. That dude was insane.
The book would probably be good,
incredibly
too.
Smart. What's that?
The book would probably be good, too.
Which one?
There's a really good biography out on him. I don't have the details now.
Yeah. I'm sure they all are pretty good. Okay, so.
Except for the one that talks about him and his stuff.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about his stuff.
Oh, it was written by Sean.
Perhaps. All right, so. Without realizing it, let's just say this. I have a list of stuff for possible topics, possible ideas. And it just so happened that I had a couple of dark ones in a row. I know I did the guillotine. That was pretty dark. And I had an idea for a quiz that I chose. Also not super great, but it made for a decent quiz, I think. And we'll see, because I'm not sure how hard this is going to be. But this is going to be a quiz on career-ending sports injuries.
Oof. That might be tough.
It could be.
Some of these guys probably didn't
out. Yeah, Rachel, you're going to be the primary, and you can ask for their help if you need it. Okay, so now when I was researching career-ending injuries,
Joe Namath.
When I was researching career-ending injuries, I was thinking. I kind of looked through a whole bunch of them, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, they got hurt, and then they played a couple of more games." You know, I tried to find the ones that just stopped right then and there. You know, it wasn't like, oh, he just gradually declined and never was the same since. No,
Gotcha.
I'm talking like, you're donezo.
Gotcha.
So the guy whose arm fell off and then he tried to pitch left-handed, he would not be on there.
Exactly.
So Grant Hill will not be on there.
Grant Hill was on a lot of my list that I was looking at.
Yeah.
So
man,
now,
he was
I
so
wrote
good
this,
before
before he tore his ACLs.
I wrote this 2 weeks ago.
Kind of like Derek.
Yeah.
There might be one or two because maybe I ran out of people, but most of them are one injury and done.
Gotcha.
So here we go, Rachel. Okay.
He's like, nah.
Nope.
Number 1. ESPN ranks this injury as the number 2 most memorable moment of Monday Night Football, with 4-time Pro Bowler Joe Jacoby out on injury allowed Lawrence Taylor an easier time getting to this quarterback, unfortunately breaking his right leg and ending his career.
Wait, I was going to say we should give that one to Rachel since she's heard the name.
She still had no chance. Yes, it is Joe Theismann. That was 1985.
85.
Have you ever watched that film?
Oh, that is the most terrifying thing
I've
to
never
see.
seen it.
Good year for the Bears, though.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, 85.
Yeah, that's right. 85 Bears, because I was thinking maybe the...
Greatest team of all time.
There you go. By the way,
Bears.
Joe Theismann is not how you quickly pronounce his name. I think it's supposed to be Theismann.
Nah,
I
nobody
think
cares.
it's Theismann. But because of the whole Heisman thing, it kind of became a moniker that just changed the name to Theismann.
He should just go with it, man.
I think he did.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got a better ring to it.
It does sound like a good name,
Yeah.
Theismann. All right, number 2. In an attempt to block a shot from Flyers defenseman Chris Therien, this player caught the puck right in the throat, fracturing his larynx and collapsing a lung. That was 2000.
I don't have a chance on this one. What team did he play for?
I don't know. We can look it up afterwards, though.
It's clearly hockey.
Well, yeah.
Good job, Rachel.
Okay.
There she is.
Good thing you're here.
There she is.
Let's redirect our thinking now,
Yeah.
Don.
Hockey. The puck. That's right. Took a puck in the throat. Okay, well,
That takes Grant Hill right out of it.
All right.
Water polo.
This was Trent McCleary.
Okay, no.
Yeah, it took
I
a
won't remember that in an hour from now.
There he is.
so
No.
so obviously, like I said, a shot was made. He went to dive to block it,
Yeah.
right in the throat.
Right in the jugular.
Collapses lung. I mean, he was done right at the spot.
He was in Bruins.
He was in the Bruins. Okay.
Yeah, having played a lot when I was young, and played defense, we used to do that stuff all the time, and you would never ever dream that something like
Probably
that.
That's
didn't even
how-
have a helmet on.
That's how.
No, we had
most
helmets.
Of, that's
Didn't
how,
have face masks.
You do what you gotta do, man. Relax. But
We-
that's
we
how
go
a
down
lot
like
of these injuries happened.
Yeah.
Is that it was just
you forgot.
No, we wore cups.
Oh, okay.
We just didn't wear them on our teeth.
That would have looked a little funny.
But anyway, going back, that's how a lot of these injuries are. There's just everyday things that you do, and then it just
Right.
goes south. I mean, so actually, this might come up in trivia for people who don't know football that much. The Joe Theismann injury is probably one of the most famous sports injuries of all time. It was. Don't look up a video of it of any of these. Really, they're all horrific. The Theismann one, you can clearly see that's bad. But
that was a compound fracture. Wasn't
yeah, it was bad. But that was on a pretty famous trick play called a flea flicker. So, I mean, and teams still do the flea flicker. It's not super
Well,
common.
flea flicker means trick play.
Right.
There's
is
different kinds of-
is
yeah.
that- okay, well,
You can't really see much in this video, though. I'm watching it right now.
the McCleary one.
It's because it's so old, and with hockey, it's all
I look up.
zoomed
It goes.
out.
It goes
it's,
right
it's
from
so
the.
old in 2000.
It goes right from the hockey game
Well,
to an ambulance.
It's always so zoomed out when you watch hockey, too, so it's hard
Right.
to see very pinpointed things.
Yeah. So,
But-
are you going to watch all the injuries that we talk about?
No, but I actually like hockey. I've been more into hockey
Hey,
recently.
Rachel, while we're doing the next one, look up Joe Theismann injury.
No, I'm not going to look that one up.
No, you should.
Oh, no.
So anyway, but yeah, that happens.
Didn't you
Yeah.
just say don't watch that?
Right.
I did,
Okay.
but it's Rachel.
But
It's,
Rachel, you
I'm
can
not
watch
going
it.
to watch it.
Yeah, actually, the Steelers did a flea flicker last week.
yeah, nice.
I
All
think
right.
it scored. I think they scored on it too.
Number 3. By the way, a lot of career-ending injuries, hockey and football.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Hockey
Yeah.
is rough.
Basketball,
Hockey's very
almost none.
Oh yeah.
But I'm sure there's plenty in history. But the ones on this list are
Not like career ending that day.
yeah, like it was just
Yeah.
all these. Yeah. Number 3, this wide receiver took his career-ending hit from Tim Hawk. Not really sure his last how to say that last name. The tackle resulted in a collision with the ground, injuring his spinal cord. Soon after, he was diagnosed with cervical spinal stenosis, forcing him into retirement. This was 1999.
Jesus.
Hall of Famer, still pretty active in the analyst world.
Analyst world, really.
You'll see him on TV a lot during like
Collinsworth?
half times.
Oh, on half times.
Halftime, that kind of stuff, like pregame. He's the one. He does a lot of talking on during the games. Not calling the games or anything, but
Right.
Who do you play for?
Dallas.
Oh. What was I think? Emmett Smith. Irving. Wait. Irvin.
Yes.
Michael
Yep.
Irvin.
Michael Irvin took a bad hit, damaged his spinal cord,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't play from then on. I mean, he was already a Hall of Famer. So
I didn't realize he had a season under.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yep.
Or
He stopped playing.
career ender.
Yep. This one I think might be a little hard, but I thought there was a chance that Jeff might get it because of how bad it was. Number 4, this Detroit Lion was drafted 17th overall in 1996. His short career ended in 1997 after a tackle of running back Adrian Morrell. His head collided with another player, which resulted in a spinal contusion, and he had to be given CPR on the field and was paralyzed, ending his career.
Jesus.
No, I don't remember.
So bad.
So CPR on the field was given to Reggie Brown. Does that name
Wow.
sound familiar at all? Even
No.
But yeah, that happened. It's just crazy, man. It sucks.
Yeah.
This is an uplifting segment.
I know, right? That's what I was saying.
I just realized there's a guy's name I need to come up with pretty soon here.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh no, what's that guy's name?
And you know what? If you guys don't really do well, that's all right. But maybe there's some sports people out there, like big sports people out there, who like this one. All right, number 5. And another thing that I bring these up is because like some of these sports injuries, I've seen these come up in trivia.
Mm-hmm.
They just do these bad season end or career ending ones.
Oh, yeah.
They just do. Especially Theismann, he'll come up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, he's so common anymore. He might not come up a whole lot. But all right, number 5. This Avalanche center, in a huge fight-filled game,